Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to number 2 of my trio of videos. Let's turn this a little bit more. Now we're gonna talk about this little movie, Futsu no Kodomo. A very nice movie that was directed by Mipo O, who I first saw one of her movies that's called Being Good. I saw it at the Nippon Connection. That's a movie from 2015, and after that she took quite a long break from filmmaking, and I'm not exactly sure why. It seems that she did some kind of an omnibus movie with a lot of other directors, and then she just did one movie last year that was Living in Two Worlds, very critically acclaimed as far as I know, but I've missed it, and now this movie. So I'm not sure why she took this long break, but for me now she's the lady who makes movies about kids. Being Good was a very depressing experience. This one was much nicer, but if you look at the poster, just look at the color scheme and you might know that I was a little bit skeptical about the movie, but just to finish this part, it's not as bad as it seems. I mean, of course, there's some of that stuff, but yeah, you understand. If you know this channel, you understand. Little bit about the cast. We have a little boy, Teta Shimada, who was, for example, in Call Me Chihiro or Love Life. If he's the boy in Love Life who I think he is, then that wasn't a happy experience. Then we have the wonderful Yu Aoi, of course, most famous for all about Lady Chocho or Redline. Watch Redline. If you haven't watched Redline, why are you watching me instead? I'm very happy about that, but watch Redline. Yeah. And then we have Shunsuke Kazama, who's most famous as a voice actor in From Up on Poppy Hill or Yu-Gi-Oh! But why not? We have Kumi Takeuchi, who was, for example, We Made a Wonderful Bouquet, or Grateful Dead, another very good movie. You should watch it. Anyone else who's important? I guess that's enough, yeah. So the movie title is a little bit confusing because we have a Japanese title that's Futsu no Kodomo, means normal kids, basically. And then there's an English title. I think it's even shown in the movie that's just The Kids, which I think is a very bad title. And then there's another English title that I think they used for festivals, and it's used on Letterboxd. I'm not sure which one is correct. And that's How Dare You! And yeah, I guess Futsu no Kodomo is the best one of those, like the normal kids. Yeah, so it's about children. And I like very much the perspective because the camera is always very low, like very close to their faces and stuff. That's very interesting. You get their point of view, and the whole movie is from their point of view. Basically, we have a little boy, an elementary school kid, and he is kind of interested in this girl in his class. He somehow likes her, and she is very into environmental activism and protecting the environment, and she's always accusing adults of not taking care of the world that they will take over in the future. And yeah, so obviously he becomes interested in these topics as well, because he's like following her to the library, and then he just takes some books from the environmental issues shelf and pretends to be reading them, but they are way too difficult. So she gives him some that are more for kids, and he gets really excited about that, and they start talking to each other and stuff. Oh, very good boy, nice strategy. But the big problem is she actually likes the rowdy in the class, the crazy wild boy who does dangerous stuff and always picks a fight with everyone, and just the boy you don't like as another, like, more normal boy. I mean, normal, but not as wild boy, especially if the girls like the wild boys, which is thing that happens in life. Anyway, so suddenly we have this love triangle, kind of love triangle, like he likes her, she likes the other guy, and the other guy, nobody really knows who he likes, but he's more into the girl than into the other boy. So basically they're fighting over the girl, and in the end they just hang out as like a team, and they start an environmental activist thingy. And it basically turns out, like every movie about activism, especially like left-wing or whatever, like you have people who have a really nice goal that's really good, and we like to support them, and at some point it goes off the rails, and people usually in those movies turn to violence, and suddenly everything implodes, and it's basically the same here, just the kids version. Like, the stuff they do could be described as terrorism, but it's the cute kind of terrorism. Like first they just put like papers, self-made papers on cars, like don't drive a car, or they protest meat consumption and all this stuff, and it's all very nice. And it just goes off the rails, and suddenly there's a big meeting with the parents and the teachers and all these things, and nothing too special here, but it plays out very well. It's really nice. The actors are really good, especially the kids, but you are wonderful here as the mother of the like main actor boy, and she kind of supports him, but doesn't really want to support him, because at some point it means that she can't eat meat anymore, and she wants to eat meat, so she gives him stuff with meat in it. And I was like, how dare you fooling your kid into eating meat and stuff like that. So a little bit naughty lady here, but it's all pretty fun and games, and what am I talking? It's all pretty fun and light-hearted and cute, and there's not that much more to say about this movie. It all plays out very normally. It's all like very normal script. It's well executed, well acted. It's I don't know. It's a good movie, just all around good thing. Everything works well, everything is nice. We get a good idea of how these kids try to understand the world of adults, and how frustrated they are that they're not being taken seriously, and we get a good look at different styles of parenting, when in the end all the parents come together to discuss the issue. They all come from very different family backgrounds, and one nicer, one not so nice, and one a little bit maybe on the troubled side. I mean, they all have their issues, but So there's not that much to say. Like I said, especially the performances are good. It feels all very nice, and in the end, when they discuss everything, there's some very nice moments. The end is really nice. It's all very, very nice. But I don't know if it's a movie that turns you into very big emotional things or whatever. It's just I guess the point of view is the most exciting thing about this, and was quite interesting. There were some kids in the cinema. One was definitely too young for this movie, so in the end, when it got a little bit more serious, she was really scared. I mean, that's a girl who was wearing like the shoes when you walk, they emit light in shiny colors, and she was wearing those shoes. So I guess she was younger than the kids in the movies, not yet elementary school. And yeah, at some point she got scared and just walked around the cinema, hitting the walls with her umbrella, which was mildly annoying, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a child. Yeah, but that was quite interesting. The other kids seemed more relaxed about it, but I don't know if it's actually a movie that's made for kids, or is it just about kids? Is it actually for the parents? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know how far the kids actually understand the movie, understand the issues. I don't know. Would be interesting to actually talk to the kids who watch the movie, how they feel about it. But yeah, I would guess at least elementary school would be nice. So yeah. For me, the most interesting thing was the experience that movie with kid actors is actually more difficult to understand than just a regular movie, because normal movie actors usually speak more clearly and more like sensical, I guess I would say. The kids talk was very kids talk, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just maybe changed some lines to fit more their speaking patterns, and they just didn't memorize everything in detail. It was sometimes a bit challenging to really follow their conversations. I was really surprised about that, but yeah, overall I would just say it's a very cute movie about some issues that kids have, and that maybe should be taken more seriously by adults. But yes, there's not that much more to say, so I guess I'll leave it at that. And if you have the chance to watch it, you should. And I will definitely watch a little bit more Mipo O, because so far her movies have been quite interesting. But I'm not 100% hyped about this, so let's see. Maybe I think maybe like Being Good. I mean, that one was a real downer, and I was in a cinema with a very lovely gentleman next to me who was just like crying like crazy because it was so depressing and sad, and that influences your viewing experience the same as a girl with shiny shoes hitting the walls with an umbrella. So maybe that was part of the experience that made it a little bit less enjoyable. Maybe, I don't know. It's still really good. It's very enjoyable. It's very worth watching, but maybe not my top 10 this year. We have one more movie to talk about today, so let's go to that. Enough for today. Next video, you will see what I mean.